Hey,
Hello, good evening, everyone in Asia, and good morning here, everyone in US. We meet again in the webinar that we talk about the AJGA Thailand series by when we invited executive, the parents, and the players themselves to come and share their experience of AJGA. Well, I'm a co-host today. My name is George. I'm a CEO at the agency College Recruit, and I have my team, Ms. Wanalat and Ms. Jutamat, on the Zoom and webinar with us. They're going to be the one who hosts the webinar with our special guest today, Ms. Sophia Lin. Good evening, Sophia.
hello.
Well, thank you. Thank you for your time to be with us and share your insight experience of AJGA and golf and families and everything. So, and also on the Zoom here, and hope they can join us. Here and there is her mother, Sophia, mother Lily. She's the one who traveled with Sophia most of the time, right, in US, and we have a privilege to meet her. Was that 2 months ago, right? And also Angelis, Sophia's sister, also on the Zoom call too. But anyway, Sophia, it's all about you today. Thanks again for joining
Yeah.
us. Okay, I'm gonna start with the first question, and then I'm gonna ask our host to take it over after this one. Why don't we start with the first question of why do you like golf?
So I've been playing golf since I was really young. When I was like 3.5, my dad took me to like a range, and then I started playing from there.
Okay,
Yeah.
so when did you really know that, all right, golf is my life, I'm gonna pursue this?
I think it was around when I was 8. My mom found out that you can like get scholarships to the US by playing golf. So that was when I really started like taking golf really seriously.
Wow, so that was what, 7, 8 years ago?
Yeah.
Very good, very good. Okay, all right, Miss Wanalat, could you take it over, please?
Hi, good evening, everyone. My name is Vanala. I'm the senior advisor of the AR. It's my pleasure to meeting you today, and especially being a host for, co-host for this webinar. Okay, once again, Sophia, nice to meet you on this Zoom and webinar. I know you quite a long time, like 2.5 years already, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, um, this is my first time for interview you officially. So let me start with the question. How do you find out the pathway? You just tell us that you love playing golf and find out the way how to get to the college with the golf scholarship.
Yeah.
And in the meantime, you have joined the uh, HGA pathway. How um, how do you feel about that? Huh?
Mhm. So I think I found out last January because my dad used to work in Shanghai, so like he has some connections, and then they found out that there was like the first ever AJGA IPS over there. So then and then my dad was really familiar with there, so he decided to take me. And then I think it's a little different in China because they have like a round of qualifiers and then another round of finals for the qualifiers. So then you have to, it basically means that you have to play 2 rounds before you can like get actually exempted. So then I went in February for the first time for the qualifier. They basically choose like 12 people out of it, and then you go again in March to play like the finals one. So I got both champions for that one. So then
Oh,
I was,
congratulations. Yeah.
thank you. And then after that, I went to the US for the tournaments. And I think it's really helpful because I went there 2 years ago and I didn't have any like stars or anything. So I had to start from qualifiers. And then I think I played like 4 and I only got into 1 or 2. Either way, it was like really hard because only like the top 3 can get into the real event and you have to shoot like 60 somethings. Yeah. So I think, yeah, it's really good that I can have like exemption because then I can just choose a tournament and then make sure that I can like stay for the rest of it before like I have to leave for somewhere else again.
Wow, it's a wonderful pathway. So
Yeah.
you start with the AJGA in China
Yeah.
first, right? And then after you get participate in the AJGA, you join the tournament in US,
Yeah.
right? Okay. And how do you feel about playing in US with the AJGA exemption?
So it's still a little bit different because like when I was playing in China, it was like there are still good players, but then there's not that much. So like it doesn't really feel that like very stressful or anything. But then when you get to the US, like playing the real event, you're playing
It's
with
a new environment.
yeah, it's very different.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But and is it difficult to get America playing around in the US with the new and yeah, as a new environment, new colleague that speak with different language and different field, different golf course or something. What is the impression or what is the different playing in both country? I mean, in China and in US.
So I usually practice in Taiwan and the course conditions are very different from both China and America. So it took me like some time to get used to the greens, like the speed and conditions of America and China. So I think it's very different. Yeah.
Oh, good. That is a experience that you got from different, I mean, from playing in different country, right? Okay, yeah. And how do you find the difference between get exemption okay in US and get invitation playing in the US?
So you know how invitationals, they're like even better players, but then it's also better because once you get to the invitationals, you can get exempted by playing like top 10 or top 15. So then it's not really that stressful because you just have to like get to the top 10 instead of like top 3 in opens because only the top 3 get exempted.
It's quite very pretty straightforward. Trying to beat everyone to be in the top 10.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And how when you play with that kind of stressful, how do you overcome with it?
I think I just practice until I'm confident and then basically just play your game and don't stress.
Enjoy it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And now you will, okay, for how is the opportunity playing in the Asia, especially in Thailand? Are you coming as you are coming to play in the AJGA in Thailand, right? Yeah, this coming May. Okay. Yeah, and hope you. I mean, I will meet you at the AJGA in Thailand anyway. Okay. Next is I after I read your past experience in US, they said you play the first time you play at the Fresno, right?
Yeah.
And when it was like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay. And after that, I saw you have kind of like you got pretty nice advancement. I mean, you got more of the good record in your golf. Okay, become a national Taiwan national team, and after that, you come to visit Thailand pretty often as a Taiwanese national team, and
Yeah.
that is so, I mean, make you proud anyway. And I'm so proud of you too. And how do you find out that after playing all this kind, what is the impression? What is the thing that you gain from being at AJGA tournament?
So it's very intimidating at first because like you don't know anything and you're trying everything for the first time. But then like after some like experience, you get used to it and it's like not that hard anymore. So you get to like really enjoy everything.
Can you explain more how you enjoy with everything that you said, like the golf course or I mean the friend and anything else? Yeah.
So both the golf course and making new friends because like once you get into the invitationals, you're basically playing with the same people over and over and you get more familiar with them. So you like make new friends and it doesn't, yeah, it gets less intimidating.
Mm-hmm. And what else you learn more from playing in a different country?
So before when I was playing in Taiwan, shooting like even or like 1 or 2 over is considered really good. But then after playing in those like countries like Thailand and America, I found out that you have to like really shoot low, like in the high 60s to be able to place well. So that was pretty eye-opening for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And every time that you play in each tournament, can you tell us what did you learn from each tournament, I say?
So every tournament has like different conditions and then you never know what you're gonna get. So it's better to prepare for like, so you won't be like, it's better to prepare so that you're confident for anything that happens. So like when I was in Florida, during the practice now, it was like really, really sunny. There was no wind and it was like the weather was great. But then like in the first round, it started like raining really hard and then it was like nearly flooding and everything. And it was really different. It was like it was not expected. So like I think it's good to prepare for like the worst.
Okay. And is playing in the AJGA different from playing in a junior golf tour?
I think it's pretty similar in most aspects.
I mean, in terms of the pathway.
Oh yeah. I think it's different in a way that you get less international players. So like you more or less play with like players from your own country instead of like players from all around the world. And I think it's kind of different because like when you're playing with people in your own country, like you basically know everyone. So like you don't really feel that different. But then when you're in America playing with like all those different players, it's very different because like you know less people and then it gets more scary sometimes, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. Scared of playing with the foreigner.
Yeah.
But anyway, you pass it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, which is good. And you learn more and more from each different tournament. Okay. And back to your academic, you are in the class of the 2026, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And what do you plan for? Do you have any plan for this summer?
Yeah, I'm going to go to the US in the summer and play in some more tournaments, like some USGA tournaments and maybe some invitationals if there are invitationals. Yeah.
Do you have any particular tournament that you like to join?
I'm gonna participate in the qualifiers of US Girls Amateur and the US Girls Junior.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then maybe some like the PJ stuff.
Okay. And that's all with the AJGA, right?
Yeah, as well as AJGs.
Okay, good. And what is your, anyway, back to your, I mean, dream, academic. What is your dream university that you like to get to? Do you have any plan for that?
So I'll be aiming for like colleges in California because they have like very good rankings, and also the weather conditions are very good for golf.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Can you name it? Some of the university that you would like to attend, you dream about.
I'm gonna aim for like Stanford, USC, UCLA, these kind of schools. Yeah.
Oh, most in the California, really.
Yeah.
Why do you like that when playing in that kind of in that state, in the California states? I mean,
So I've been to some of
yeah,
the
I want to know what is the difference playing in California or Florida? Why do you choose to play in the West Coast?
So I've been to some of the states like California, Florida, Oregon, and Texas. And I think the most predictable weather is in California. Because when I was in Texas, it was really, really hot, like very humid. And I don't really like humid as like it's the weather in Taiwan, and I want to get away from that. And then in Florida, it rains all the time. But then like no, it rains and then it gets good and then it rains. Mostly in the winter though. I think it's better in the summer, but like I still don't like it as much as California where you don't really get that much rain.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, because of it. And is there any specific golf course in California that you would like to attend or you had experience with? Because you decide to study in the California, might be something about the golf course that you would like to attend during study in California.
I don't really have any that I want to like go to. I'm not really familiar with like courses in California, except for those two I played that I got champions. Yeah.
Okay. Good. Well, yeah. And since you are the path, what do you want to deliver the message for the your colleague or your whatever your fellow that has joined the AJGA, and what is the advantage of being playing in the AJGA?
I think it's really good because college coaches can directly see your score and you can get ranked on the AJGA rankings. I think it's a boost for if you really want to study in America.
Okay. And what are the 5 things that you wish to know 3 years ago about the AJGA and the Golf Junior that you know about? Back to the past.
What I wish there were like more AJGA IPSs back before. So then like because for me I had to go to China and it's really not cheap. So and then I had to go back twice. And it was like there was a lot of pressure because I had to do well, So like right now I think it's really good that there are IPSs in Taiwan and Thailand. So if you live like in Taiwan or Thailand, you can just like go there and it doesn't really cost that much as if you had to go like overseas.
Oh, that part I never, it is a surprising that you consider about the cost of playing in the AJGA.
Yeah.
Okay. And that is just only the only one thing I ask you. What else more that you wish to know about the JJGA? If you can flash back 3 years ago. What else apart from the cost of playing the tournament?
Honestly, not much because I don't think it would really help me that much if I knew about this like 3 years ago because I would be that would be basically mean that I was 13. And I don't really think you get that much out of like the tournaments if you're playing the junior ones. You still get points, but I don't think it really helps that much. So I think I knew at the right time, but like I wish it was more like I wish it was like where I was instead of like having to fly overseas for it.
Okay, probably you are in the right track of the AJGA, which is the right way for playing golf in the US. So you don't have, I mean, no need to compare, or you don't have like a detour playing in the US, because you have the straight way to the college at the first place. I mean, okay, and how many US college coaches came out during the tournament when you play in the AJGA tournament? I mean, yeah.
There were a lot, but then I couldn't really talk to them yet because I wasn't allowed to. But they've sent like emails and stuff to me. So yeah.
Okay, so you talk with the coaches through email,
Yeah.
not directly during the tournament.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And is there any difference in terms of number of coaches between open and open tournament and invitational tournament?
There are way more coaches in invitationals. And so I think back when I was playing the opens, there were like maybe 3 to 5 per tournament. But then in the invitationals, you see like 10 to 20, maybe even more in the tournaments. Like they walk alongside you and then they follow you basically for like maybe like 5 holes, if more like 9 holes.
So, is there any special thing that you get in touch with the coach during those two tournament? I mean, any privilege or any impression from the coaches, or any suggestion from the coaches?
They've said that I have like good demeanor on the course and that my screen is good, but then like not much other than that because we can't really like directly talk, so I don't really know what they're really like thinking.
And so and can you explain, I mean, tell us more about the being in the tournament, and after you playing all the tournament, what is the most impression? What is you happy with the tournament? Which one is the happiest thing that you play in the tournament?
I like how they like organize the tournaments really well. So then you feel as if you don't really have to do anything except play. Like they figure out which hotels are closest to the golf course and then they prepare like breakfast and then lunch for you. And then during the practice round, you don't really have to pay. You can go down whenever you want. You can choose the time. So I think that's really good. And then they like planned it out really well.
Okay, so it's kind of when you're ready to play, you just go straight to the golf course and then play right away. Okay, good. This is gonna be the last questions for you. Can you share any message over to your younger generation about playing golf with the AJGA?
I think it's a really good opportunity and a really good place for you to improve your golf skills. And I also really like how like the IPS is getting like more like people knowing more about it and then having it in their own countries. It makes it less stressful in a way. Yeah, so I think I really like this idea.
Okay. Okay, now I think I will pass over to Josh in case that he has something to ask you. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Sophia. Well, a really good information and the insight from your personal experience. Thanks again for chatting with us and everyone who listened to this webinar,
Mhm.
right? So let's wrap up your journey a little bit. You actually played AJJ here in the US before, right? 2021, before you won the AJJ I what's that ISP,
Yeah.
right, in China.
Yeah.
Okay, so that year when you came in, this is what I understand is that you came in with no status, with no star,
Yeah.
and it was very difficult for you to get into the tournaments.
Yes. I basically
Ah,
did
okay.
like 4 qualifiers and only gotten 1 or 2.
Okay. So how many qualified tournament that you applied back then in 2021 when you have no status?
4.
You applied 4 and you got in 1 or 2?
I think 2.
2. Okay. And how did you do?
I don't think I did really well back then because it was like
Okay.
so new and so different to me. Yeah.
So you learning, you transition.
Yeah.
So it I just want the audience to understand it take time to accumulate all this experience.
Mhm.
So the first year you came in, you applied for, you got in 1 or 2 because you have no status, and
Yeah.
then you went back to home Taiwan, and in 2002 you got a chance to play ISP event in China,
Yeah.
right? Okay, good. And then that's how your pathway starts to
Yeah.
walk from there. Good. Yeah, I watched you play at Invitational Anika in
Yeah.
January. So I mean, they selected top 54, is it?
Um, yeah, 54 for the field.
Mm-hmm.
And
So
then
Lily Invitational, it's all like top rank, right?
yeah.
Sorry, my internet is probably got cut off.
Okay.
But could you, yeah, in this Zoom call, I mean, we talk about PBE star, right?
Mhm.
Could you tell us the difference between PBE star and low leg ranking?
So I think for PB stars, you can only get into certain events, and then they compare you to other players with like I think PB stars. So it's you don't really get ex like you're not really sure if you actually can participate in the event. But then after you get the Rolex rankings, as long as you're in the top 54 for some and then 72 for others, as long as you're in those criteria, you're definitely in the tournament. So I think I mean, if you can, it's good to get Rolex rankings, but then if you can, it's good to like accumulate the stars and then get as many as you can.
Okay, good. So that's the thing that you learned for the past 3 years, right?
Yeah.
Now you share that with other generation. So that's good. Well, thank you. Thank you. Well, again, thank you again for your time, and we want to wish you a best luck of
Thank
the
you.
tournament that you have, and also your summer season is coming up soon.
Thank you.
All right. Well, we see you soon, okay? This summer.
Yeah. Thank you for having me.
Thanks again. All right. Say hello to your family for me. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, Sophia. Wish you
Thank-
have a good good time with in US, playing around with the course and everything in your life. Okay.
Anyone have a question for Sophia?
Okay. Well, no question. Do you have any last word you like to share, Sophia?
Good luck in the tournament.
All right. Good luck, everybody. Thank you again for joining us for webinar today.
Yeah.
Thank you.